Hello guys， 大家好。OK, just give me a while, right? So 来，在这里啊，我们看一下哈，大家都已经到了吗？OK， OK，well，哎呦，在这里啊，Hi Hubert，嗨，大家好，嗨，感谢大家又回到这里了哈。Okay, thank you so much coming back again. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm starting very soon in a while. Okay, yes. OK， 先跟大家打个招呼哈。OK， 好啦，那么，All right。哇，今天这个时间很好哈，这个天气也很棒是吧？OK，Hi Derek, nice to see you here, Derek. Hi Roger, 你好。Hi, hello Fab 你好。哇，我吃饱了，谢谢你。Bradley, thank you Bradley. Stanley 你好。안녕하세요,萨瓦迪卡。哇，你们好。Hi Greg 你好。OK， 我看今天好多哈。All right, so yeah, let's take a look at the other side. All right, let me tune up. OK， let me see， 马来西亚的朋友，你们看得到我了没有？在马来西亚的马来西亚人，在马来西亚的朋友们。OK, let's see if we can see. Right. OK， 好了，那么。All right, hi Flora, Carol, Vivian. All right, Vivian. Yes. All right. Yes. Thank you for sharing out the video for me. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. All right, for those who just came in, okay, just very new to me. Well, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and also over here. All right. I will be performing this daily Forex trading plan with you. All right, so subscribe to it and you will get my notification. All right, remember to ring up the bell. 好 只看到帅帅的照片而已啊。OK， 好的哈，好的，等一下哈。OK，let me 跑一下哈，那个，All right， 是什么让你那么开心？OK。Yes, okay. Tune up, tune up, tune up, tune up, tune up. Okay, good. That's good. All right, Philippines. Nice to see all of you here again. All right. 好了，马来西亚的朋友请稍等一下哈。All right, okay. 好，马来西亚朋友请稍等，请稍等哦。Okay, well, people in Thailand, yes, yes. Can you see me now? All right. Okay. I can see you from UK. All right, thank you. All right, okay. Official all up. IG is also up. All right, good. Thank you, good. Guys, hi. This is Everyday from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome to my channel and also welcome back for my subscribers over here. Right. Thank you very much. 好了，大家你们都好了哈，我都回来了。OK， 现在的话赶紧 ，OK， 赶紧啊，我们看看一下。OK，Stanley，OK，Only picks at frame， 现在看到了。DTF 看不到，老师 OK 看不到啊，现在看到了吧 ？OK，Right，OK，Now，今天我们要聊一聊 OK，Today in Forex Live Trading 2021 November 17 OK。What we are going to discuss and what we are going to talk about, all right? Over here, okay, we are going to talk about H4 again. Okay, so now, 好了哈 ，OK， 非常好，非常 OK. So, okay, over here. Now, what we are going to do, all right? What we are going to show everybody, okay?How are we going to trade, especially at a point of time when we are looking at the time frame, okay, in our trading platform over here? What are the things that we should be actually very focused and concerned about? Okay, the time frame that we want to have a selling signal, okay, a selling signal, all right? Okay, this selling signal is going to, how is it going to be like, okay, and and it shows us the selling is there and probably it's a long term, probably it's a short term. Okay, yeah, no worries. I will be conducting in English. 还有我也会在这个直播里面也会用双语，就是英语和中文不是中语啊。OK， 来一起跟大家分享啊。All right, OK。Yes, okay, thank you very much. And right now, okay, so what we are going to do is that if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, remember to key ACS Learning Hub Official, okay, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? OK， 那么在这里的话，非常感谢哈，谢谢你群主啊，群主哈，来自应该是这个 channel， 这个 platform 是马来西亚的哈 ，OK。Thank you， 哎，这个群主很客气哈。好了，那么我可不可以一边说话一边喝水哈 ？OK， OK， 好吧。OK，I will have today. Let's have a relax session. Okay, at the same time, okay, let's relax ourselves and let's go through some discussion. Okay, that we are going into the live session to take a look at the chart as well. Okay, so yep, and over here, what we are going to look at things like, okay, H4. When we sell, we have to look at H4. Okay, and there are people who are actually selling whenever the H4 chart is opening. Okay, they always take H4 as a guide. Why is that so? All right. Okay, so today I will be also taking down a lot of notes, okay, from a lot of questions, answering a lot of questions here. Okay, so do bear with me, okay. 好了，那么 okay. So over here, all right, we are going to talk about why people talk about H4. Okay, this is also important, huh? Okay, 好的哈。嗨，曼歪你好 ，all right. OK， 好的，那么来我们来看看呐 ，OK， 我先用英文讲解先啦哈 ，OK，Why in this forex trading，OK， in this forex trading, okay, there are a lot of people actually why are they looking at H4? Okay, because H4 is one segment of forex market. Okay, one forex market, one forex market. Okay, what is the secret number two? Yeah, today I'm going to share with you. Okay, so one segment, one segment. Okay, so there will be two segments because one market will be 8 hours. So one segment, one segment. All right. So this segment, in every segment, people will take H4 as a guide of the changes, okay, of the changes. So that's why a lot of people actually will be taking trades. A big volume will be coming in the H4 opening, okay, or maybe during the first 1 or 2 hours of the H4, okay. That explains why, because it's every segment, okay. 好了，那么在这里哈，Let me go in the Mandarin。So 现在呢，为什么很多人会用4小时来做一个参考？OK，因为参考在这个4小时呢，是一个在外汇在市场呀都是交易8个小时嘛啊，每一个市场交易8个小时的时候呢，他们都会利用一个四小时，一个四小时，每个4小时呢都会有一个转换的一种现象啊，所以呢，在这一段里面啊，我们都会看到有这样的一个转换。所以呢，他们呢就会利用这个转换呢来做一些盈利啊，小笔盈利了哈，应该这么说。OK， 好，所以呢，我们今天就是第2节了哈，来学习关于4小时图的这一段里面呢，我们要怎么去做，然后呢，怎么去看，然后怎么去找我们的进场点，好不好？Okay, so guys, do me a favor. I'll be very happy to see all of you sharing out my video. All right. Once you share the video, give me a comment, leaving a share. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Why am I doing this? Is because I'm creating one of these activity coming very soon with all of you here. Okay, so I'll be giving out something. All right. I'll be giving out something. So yes. Okay, so I hope all of you will start sharing. All right. Okay, participate in my activity, so it's going to be fun. I cannot go on site with you, so I have to create some activity online with all of you, right? Okay, so yes, will you be sending anything to UK? Yes, of course. All right. Okay, so yes. So let's move in. Okay. H4. Okay. Let's take a look at H4. What we are going to look at first. Okay. What are we going to look at H4 first? Let's take note about H4. Okay. The resistance in H4. Okay. Right. So we are going to take note about the resistance in H4. All right. Okay, so how are we going to look at resistance in H4? When you talk about support and resistance, okay, let's take away all the system, let's take away everything, okay, just a raw chart, okay, just a raw chart. Okay, so let's explain. Let me use a raw chart for this pound yen, okay, pound yen. Okay, so let's take a look at H4 first, okay, H4. So there, one of the resistance that we are going to talk about is the usual normal resistance that we are going to look at. Okay, for example, okay, OK， 我们要现在在这个4小时里面先学习怎么看这个压力位置，好不好 ？OK， 这个压力位置呢 ，OK， 在这里呢是一个很普通的一种方式 ，OK， 这个是人人都看到的，就是支撑与压力的一个方式啊。OK， 这个支撑与压力的方式的话呢，在这里我们先看最普通的方式来看，找一找我们的这个支撑与压力啊。OK，so let's take a look. Okay, first of all, this is the support level, am I right? Okay, this is the support level. Sorry, this is the resistance level. Okay, okay, this is the resistance level, right? Okay, since this is the resistance level, okay, resistance level over here, okay, how do we look at the resistance level? How do we know that this is a resistance? Initially, when the chart actually flowing down, okay, when the chart is flowing down, it will form a resistance and it will start to sell. It will start to short. Am I right? Okay. Then when it started to retrace upwards and it hits here and it's not breaking out anywhere, okay, start to have a green and red candle and stop here, well, this is a concrete resistance level. Okay, so the resistance has formed here, and we know you can take a guide over here. Green, red candle over here. Green, red candle is over here, and that is where we know the resistance is here. We can take a guide when it's on the way up or when it's on the way up. So we take as a guidance that this is a resistance. Okay, when it hits here and not breaking out, okay, we know that the resistance has taken effect. Okay, the resistance has taken effect. Okay, so this is a very normal resistance and very a norm that most of the resistance we know, okay, in the market, most of the traders using this type of resistance to understand where to stop, okay, and where to start to sell. All right, okay, let me go in the Mandarin. 最普通的怎么去辨认这个压力哈？那么我们这样一看的话，比如说这里好不好？这一段的话，我先画一条线哈，在这里 ，OK。So let me put it in yellow so it's much more visible in over the live streaming. Okay, so over here 在这里哦 ，OK， 在这里的话呢，一个绿色、红色蜡烛开始在往下跌的时候呢 ，OK， 这一段形成了一个绿红红的蜡烛，绿色、红色哈，绿红红啊 ，OK 的蜡烛。那么当它开始下去的时候，回调上来的时候呢，我们一般我们呢我们这个散户啊，都是以这一个阶段这里啊，这个阶段这里呢，作为一个压力的标准啊，作为一个压力的标准。然后呢，来到这里的时候，价位开始往上升到这一段的时候呢，当它不开始突破上去。然后再重新形成一个绿色、红色的蜡烛，OK， 在这里啊，就可以看到说它的这个压力已经开始启动，好不好？这里就开始启动了 ，OK， 好不好 ？OK，so yeah, come back to English, right? So as you can see over here. Okay, this portion here is like a V shape, an alphabet alphabet V. Okay, V for Venezuela. Okay, so V shape here. As you can see, that's why I always say, okay, break the support, form a V with a new resistance, then we start selling. Okay, because I always wanted to sell at the resistance, and I always take this as a guide. Okay, as a guide to sell the resistance. All right. Okay, so this is a normal resistance. Okay, so that we know. Okay, well, in forex trading, we need to know a few of different kind of situation that happens in the chart. Okay, in this market when it's actually moving up and down. There are many situations happens and occurs in the chart. All right, it's in the chart. Okay, so we have to take note. Okay, we have to take note that how does this actually help in your trading? Okay, so the next thing that we are going into, okay, is to identify the other type of resistance. Okay, before I go into the resistance, okay, I shall go and explain in the Mandarin first. Okay, all right. 好，那么来现在跟你们说一说中文讲解哈，在这里，我们这里这个是普通的一个压力位置，可以让我们辨别说这个是一个压力 ，OK， 跟这种压力绿红蜡烛下来形成一个 V 字嘛，对不对？一个 V 字，然后呢，在这里呢不突破，然后形成绿红下来的时候呢，这一段我们就知道说在这里就有一个压力，这个压力已经巩固了。所以呢，在这里呢，我们就可以呢，这个就可以笃定的说，这个压力启动要往下跌了。OK， 要往下跌多少还不知道，要看支撑位置哦。OK， 这是普通的压力，但是呢，我们也有别的一些压力位置要注意的，好不好？别的压力位置要注意，比如说在不同的情况，从上面顶端一直往下跌的时候，回调再跌，每一次回调再跌的时候的这些整个外汇这个图形里面，其实都是有它的不同的情况，所以呢，我们必须得要了解 说在这个不同的情况里面啊，在这个不同的情况里面呢，我们呢是要如何，我们要如何啊去知道说现在这个情况呢是什么情况，然后呢，我们是应该用什么样的方式去了解它，然后我们应该用什么的这种情况啊，去知道说现在这个压力是怎么样的一种压力啊，这样的话呢，我们整体这一看的话，其实对我们来说是会比较有帮助的 ，OK， 好不好？是比较会有帮助。当然了，在外汇市场交易的时候呢，我们都必须要知道说，我们呢在交易的时候情况是什么，我们呢就要注意到说当下它的压力是什么意思。所以呢，这些情况都是非常重要的哈。OK， 没关系，等一下我们慢慢一步一步的来，先了解这个就是最普通的压力位。OK，alright， so now let's move into English. Alright, okay, so the other type of a resistance is actually forming as in a support become a resistance. So that in short, there are people who says that is a SBR. Okay, SBR. All right, so SBR, support become resistant. Okay, so what does that mean actually? Okay, put it this way, let's see. When it actually flow down the chart over here, it flows down and forms a support going up. Okay, there's one wave going up, am I right? Okay, so the support starts here and it actually start to wave up. Okay, it start to wave up over here. Now, when it start to wave up over here, okay, and it start to break down. Okay, previously in the previous video, we were talking about this as because this part here, it seems like it's a support level from here, this area, correct? It's a support area. But when the support area, it comes in and it really goes up and it forms a new support area over here again, this part, am I right? And when it comes down, a lot of people will start to buy at this point, am I right? A lot of people will be like, okay, this is a support level, I'm going to buy here, I'm waiting for it to sell down and hits on this price and I'm going to start to buy. Okay, but unfortunately it breaks and it goes down all the way. Correct, so a lot of people will be suffering a lot of losses. Okay, so now over here, when it start to suffer a lot of losses, when it start to retrace backwards, there will be plenty of retail traders who hang on with the trades. At this point of time, when come back to a point whereby they break even or they have minimum losses, all right, and now taking a look with the average of the moving average here, you can see it is actually a bear trend. So when they realize it's a bear trend over here, okay, and they will start to sell off and they will let go of their holding trades at a minimum losses or without any losses. Okay, so when this part here, when they let go, this is a part whereby this part here is a part whereby we call it, okay, the big selling. Okay, they are actually letting go of their holding trades. It's just a letting go. They just let go the trades only. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. So it doesn't mean that there's a big push. When support become a resistance, there will be a big push down it. Okay, so no, not necessary. Okay, all right. OK， 那么在这一段里面的话，OK，let me go into the Mandarin now。OK，so 在这一段里面，我们这一看的话，All right， 它的这个在这里的话呢，OK， 有另外一种压力也就是呢，我们之前有说过的嘛，支撑变压力，这里有一个支撑，然后来到这里支撑上去，然后在这一段的时候开始往下跌这一段当它开始往下跌的时候。很多人就会来到这一个的时候呢 ，OK， 来到这里的时候，很多人就会认为说，在这一段里面，很多人就会觉得说这是支撑，然后这个支撑位置来到这里的时候，很多人都会进单做多嘛，做多的时候，结果不幸它突破，它往下跌了，那么 hold 这单子的人一定很多，好不好？那么呢，持着单子到它上来的时候，很多人就会觉得这一看的话。这里到这里 ，OK， 我们用平均线来看的话这样来说，这样就是一个熊市会往下跌一直不断的创新低所以这样的话他们会有点担心嘛 ，OK， 在平常来说的话呢，他在这个方式就看到的时候，他就会很快的就在这里 大量的抛售，把他手上持着的单子给放掉。OK， 所以呢，在这一段里面啊，当他放掉的时候呢，就会发现到说这里会有一波往下跌的现象，好不好？这会有一波往下跌的现象，是不是 ？OK， 会有，真的是会有，但是呢，不代表这个就是会持续的再继续往下走啊。OK， 这是不一定的。OK， 好不好 ？All right，so yeah，my wife was saying the GJ in H1, looking at H1 here, will short again by tomorrow in H1. Oh, okay. Not necessary. Okay, because in H1 over here, you have a support and become a resistance. Am I right? Okay, tentatively. Okay, tentatively, this part here. Okay, is a selling off from the holding trade, the losses here. So very likely. Okay, I would say very likely, this will go and test the resistance again. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this is very constructive questions. Okay, so over here, when you see this part here, okay, we read the chart this way. We read the chart this way. Support become resistant. Am I right? It breaks through. Now support become resistant. So the buyers actually let go of the trade. It went down. When the buyers let go of the trade, when it went down, now look at this. It becomes a resistance. The resistance actually forms a resistance over here. So very likely, the buyer will still try to break the resistance once again. Okay, it will try to break the resistance once again. If it has been tested and it's not breaking, okay, and it start to turn down, this part I would say, this shows the resistance is strong. So we will have a chance to short. Okay, we will have a chance to short. All right. OK， 好，那么在这里啊，这个问题就是说，现在啊，在这样看这个棒日的话呢，明天在1小时的话会有机会做空啦。OK， 会有可能。OK， 不过我们要整体来分析哈，就比如说刚才我们说到这个是支撑变压力的地方嘛，支撑突破，然后很多人持着单子来到这里啊，这个碰到的时候，这个叫做支撑变压力。为什么会支撑变压力呢？是因为呢 ，OK， 是这个呀，支撑突破，然后亏损持单一直上来到这里，支撑变压力，因为在这里呢，很多人啊，我们现在注意这一段啊，注意这一段 ，OK， 好，我放大它，这里呢，你看它一碰到就被反击下来了。所以当它一反击下来的时候，不代表说那个是压力哦，是因为之前亏损的人呢，在这里在没有亏损的情况下，或者是小亏损的情况下呢，大量的把单子给抛掉，因为他看到整体是熊市嘛，是不是？所以他看到整体是熊市的话呢，他现在是不是大量的把它给抛掉了？所以呢，在这一段里面啊 ，OK， 他呢就会开始就是比较属于的。就是抛售而已，还不算是一个压力，只是一个抛售。所以啊，我们在这一段在看的话呢，它会再一次，当它在抛售的情况，然后呢，到下个小时的时候呢，你有没有发现到绿红蜡烛就出现了？绿红又在红，又在红，对不对？然后就绿才慢慢上来。这里呢，无形中是因为抛售以后变成压力 ，OK， 所以呢就会形成。支撑之前的支撑变成现在的压力 ，OK， 然后呢，通常啊，你建立起一个压力，不过呢，还会有市场呢会尝试要突破压力位置，还会想要尝试突破压力位置这个范围啊，这个范围 ，OK， 还是会想要从事突破，但是如果它进入了这个范围，它还是没办法突破，再继续形成绿红红再往下跌的时候呢？这个压力就真的来了 ，OK， 这个压力就真的来了。有些人就告诉我说，其实为什么我一看到压力我进场，还是最后它过了几个小时它还是飘上去？因为在这里呢，很多时候看到在这一段里面没有看到说它的这个会有重踩的一个现象啊 ，OK，all right，OK， so over here。Like once you have set up because of the big selling, okay, of the let go of the volume over here, it forms a resistance, but there will still be a retesting. there will be still a retesting of the resistance before it actually concrete the resistance level, then start to sell. Okay, then it will start to sell. So let's wait for it to retest the resistance, then we start to sell when you see green red candle forming out. Okay, all right. Okay, so yep, I think this is kind of easy, all right? Okay. Okay, so if you understand, okay, just give me a number 3 to say, okay, number 3, okay, type in number 3 for me if you understand what I say, all right? So while waiting for number 3, okay, let's take a look at this. OK， 好了。那么 I believe all of you understand very good. I see a lot of number 3 flowing around. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well done. Okay. Good. Okay. That's good. So, Boniface, Granger, I hope you can manage to have patience for me to translate in English and Mandarin in both languages. I hope everything is okay for you. Huh? I'll go a little bit slower. Huh? All right. Okay. Okay. So yes. Next, what we are going to talk about. Okay. Since we have been talking about this in H4, the support become resistant and this is selling off. Right. Okay. So now next. 我等一下先说完英文，我再回来说中文。Okay, I will be conveying into bi-language. Okay, in this English and also Mandarin. Okay, let's be serious now. Okay, okay. Well, in H4, last week we talked about things like a big selling candle, and this is going to be our things like the trick where people actually signal out, okay, this is the resistance, we're going to sell at this price. Am I right? Okay, but of course now this week what we're going to talk about here, okay, is talking about, it's a combination from last week. Okay, if you have missed my last week video, you can go into my Forex Live Trading, okay, playlist and play back the video last week, okay, which is the 10th of November. All right. So over here, let's see. How are we going to sell when we are in the H4, looking out for such a H4 turning point? Yeah. How? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so H4, all right. Okay, we are going to talk about, okay, in H4, all right. Okay, let me take down. There's one thing in Forex trading that we need to pay attention to. Okay, there's one more thing. Okay, in English first, all right. In Forex trading, there's one thing called turning point. Okay, over here, I call it the turning point in terms of layman. Okay, this turning point over here in H4, whenever H4 opening, all right, it will start to form things like a big selling candle or a full buying very strong candle, whatever candle it is. We always pay attention to candles, like example, okay, over here like this, all right, like this. A green candle, when you open, it's a red candle. Okay, let me show you a trick over here to determine, okay, this is the turning point. Okay, this is a turning point, all right. I wouldn't say turning point down all the way into the deep sea as a bear market. No, may not. Okay, but it's a turning point that you may grab from 5 pips all the way maybe 20 pips or 30 pips, even 50 pips. It depending on the trend and also depending on the support level. All right. Okay, so get this clear. All right. Let me convey this in Mandarin first. OK， 在这个外汇市场里面都会有一个转捩点这个转捩点呢，但是这个转捩点我要声明的就是，这个转捩点呢是不是说它转换就可以下一个100点、500点，就是转换整个趋势OK， 好不好 ？OK， 好的。不好意思一直给你看我的侧脸现在我转过来跟你们讲话一下OK，OK， 所以在这里我们要记得哈，OK，在这一段里面啊，在这一段里面 ，OK， 我们呢在这个里面呢，我们看到说它的在这个趋势里面，每4个小时它的转换呢，一个转换，它是在什么趋势？是下跌趋势，就是熊市，还是上升趋势的牛市，好不好 ？OK， 这样的话呢，我们在这一段里面啊。就会看到说它的趋势也是非常重要，不是只是看这蜡烛而已。OK， 趋势也是非常重要。我们当下的情况是怎么样 ？OK， 好 ，So now situation is very important. Okay, so that's why you see when I plot out this price here. Okay, when I plot out this price, sorry. Okay, when I plot out this price over here. Okay, can you see? I plot this. It's a downward trend. Am I right? It's a downward trend. And in fact, it is a trending. It's a trading market. It's a downward trending market. So you see, when you see such a trend, again, the first thing first, you see such a trend, you know that this is a retracement and this shall be the turning point. This shall be a turning point when it actually meets either the normal resistance or support become resistant. Okay, like example, support become resistant over here. Like let's say, okay, number one, the normal resistance over here. When the retracement and it forms green and red candle, when it forms a V shape, this is called a normal resistance. Okay, a normal resistance. Okay, we call it a normal resistance. Okay, so let's see this type green and red. Okay, let me talk about the normal resistance for the turning points. Okay, over here, green, red. Okay, let me go and zoom right. What is going to happen? Okay, pay attention to every time frame that I'm going to talk about. So now, okay, sorry, let me convey in Mandarin first 啊。好，那么呢，我们开始这样看啊，这个是下跌趋势。这个是一个 V 字，也就是最普通我们看到的一种压力位置，对不对？压力位置哈 ，OK。好，这个压力位置的话呢，我们现在这样看啊 ，V 字普通的，注意看，这是一个下跌趋势，所以这是一个下跌趋势，在这个4小时一开蜡烛的时候，形成绿，又开始有马上就红蜡烛的时候 ，OK。那么注意看啊，像这样 V 字啊，我要带着你们走去每一个的 time frame， 每一个的周期里面啊，这些周期里面，看看它当下是什么情况，然后你可不可以做单子 ？OK， 怎样的情况下，这种转略点啊，你看到它的转换那个方向，你看得到说它现在回调结束转换了，回来做空 ，OK， 要懂得看 ，OK， 好吧 ？All right, so let me go back in English again. So H4 over here, the green and the red. Okay, the green and the red candle, correct? Now the green and the red candle now moving into the time frame of H1. Into H1. Let's take a look. Where's H1? Right, H1. Okay, let's look at this. In H1, okay, did you realize that over here we already have a green, red? Sometimes you only have a green and red. Am I right? Like example now, this is a green and red. But at this point of time in H4, it has already started to form green at this point here, where the H4 also open here, correct? It may go up and come down, correct? But when it go up, it doesn't break the resistance and comes within the resistance, okay? And now, H1, it may form for the first hour, okay, 0400 hours, it's struggling, 1 hour. And the next hour, it forms green and red, and it's still below the resisted area. Okay, it's still below the resisted area. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me go into Mandarin to break into smaller parts. Okay, so that everyone don't have to wait for too long. Okay, all right. So 在这里的话呢，4小时这个4小时一开蜡烛的时候的时间是0400嘛，0400开蜡烛的时候遇到之前的压力。可是它在这里怎么上上下下都没有突破，他们都没有突破那个压力位。那么呢，我们转去1小时的时候呢，在这里还在挣扎嘛。如果这1小时开始再走多1个小时的蜡烛出来，是形成绿红的蜡烛， 还保持在这个压力位置底下的话，好不好？那么这个时候4小时是不是保持着是红色蜡烛了？还是红色蜡烛的情况，对不对？开始往下跌一点，对吗？Okay, so now, okay, 我转回英文哈 alright. So over here, when we see the H1 is turning green and red over here, okay, it's still below the resisted area. Okay, it's a very common strategy that a lot of people are using. When we look at M30, it's going to be the same. Alright, it's going to be the same whereby the resisted area, the candle will still follow the resistance. It will respect the resistance level and will still coming down. Okay, so let's take a look. M30, okay, can you see? It went up, green and red and red. Now, green, red is a resistance, correct? Okay, alright. So 在这里啊，全部这个4小时、1小时看到是这样的哈，那么30分钟都会是一样的图，好不好？都会是一样的图啊。在这一段都会看到绿红红或者绿红蜡烛一直保持在压力位置底下。然后在这里啊 ，M15, let's take a look at M15. If you can see, M15 is hovering around, as you can see, hovering around over here, okay, and this part here, okay, is still not breaking the resistance. Okay, it's still not breaking the resistance and it's still showing green and red is still within that. You see, green, red, green, red, correct? It forms a lot of resistance, but still within the resisted level. It's still within the resisted level. OK， 好，15分钟的话呢，在这里一直有绿绿红红这样啊，不过还是在保持在这个压力位置的范围底下。OK， 好，那么5分钟呢 ？How about M5? Can you see M5 have been moving a lot, trying to push, correct? Every push, it doesn't break. It doesn't break the resistance level. When it doesn't break at the resistance level, and it still maintain at the resistance level, within the resistance level. Can you see the similarity? Okay, so from H4, once the candle open with green candle, red candle, meeting the previous resistance over here, okay, this part when it hits here, meeting the previous resistance, and it's all the way from the time frame, okay, from H1, M30, M15, M5. It's still struggling at the resistance and it doesn't break out and start to turn down with a green red candle, okay, and that's where it shows a turning point. That shows a turning point. That shows a turning point whereby the retracement has ended and is coming back to sell. So you got a chance to sell. Alright, so make your wise decision. All of you learn a very different trigger point, entry point. So use your entry point, which you have learned before, and enter a trade to get 5 pips is easy. Alright, 5 pips trading is easy. As you know, I've been posting a lot of 5 pips trading. I think this is easy. Alright, okay, but you can go even further more than 5 pips, but look out for the support level. Alright, look out for the support level. Okay, right, 所以在这里我们这样看啊，你这一看的话，4小时绿色蜡烛一开的时候，下一个4小时一开蜡烛就有红色蜡烛嘛，所以你会看到1小时，好不好？1小时它的蜡烛不突破，又再形成绿红蜡烛还是绿红红蜡烛都好，30分钟也是一样，它的蜡烛一直保持在这个压力位置底下，再多的绿也好，红也好，你注意看它开始上去，它的蜡烛实体是越来越短了，那么一直保持在压力位置底下。OK， 一直有绿红红这样一个趋势哈，像这样，一直有绿红红，还是在这个压力位置底下。那么呢，5分钟到一直打4小时，一直到5分钟，都一直保持在这个压力位置底下哈。你注意看，这4小时是否有遇到之前的压力范围？它的确是有遇到之前的压力范围，再加上它其他的周期啊。的蜡烛呢，一直保持在这个压力位置底下的话，这个呢就是一个很好的一个现象，说这个呢转捩点，这个回调结束，遇到压力要转换为熊了，要转回去到熊市里面去，所以我们要懂得辨认这样的一个转捩点。这样的话呢，我们在每个4小时的一根蜡烛呢里面 的1小时有任何的回调，让我们知道说我们进单子都是进在压力的范围，不是支撑的范围啊。OK， 好不好？所以这个转捩点是蛮重要的。这个转捩点呢，就是让很多人呢可以事先就是上一集啦哈，上一集我的这个 video 里面有说到这个他们怎么告诉你啊，我们怎么知道说在这个范围啊要做 call，OK， 然后现在再告诉你，在这个范围看到了什么情况，我们知道说它不会突破，它要转换为 call， 好不好 ？Alright。Okay, so the last video, we actually talk about how the market actually predict where is the resistance area and to start selling and giving out the signal, correct? So now in this video, you will be learning how to see after you can predict and after you can read where is the resistance area to sell, and you have to make sure where is the turning point for you to start selling. All right? Okay. All right. So Martina, where are you from, Martina? Okay, Martina. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're from California. I see. Thank you so much for coming in. This early in the morning. All right, we have I think roughly about 10 to 12 hours gap. Okay. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so over here we are talking about the resistance. Okay. So over here, as we can see, last week we talked about this part. We can predict where's the resistance area. This week we are going to find out where is the turning point. Once it hits on the resistance area, okay, this is the resistance area, this is the resistance area, and this is the turning point. Okay, fine, that's good. Okay, when it meets the resistance in H4 without breaking, and it starts to turn down. So actually, how to confirm the breakdown over here is actually not breaking the resistance area, and from all the time frames, why we need to look at so many time frames is to make sure that the buyers who are actually trying to break the resistance, they are not strong enough. Okay, they are not strong enough. Alright? Okay, let me go into the Mandarin. Okay, 所以上个星期我们呢在这边学会看怎么预测。OK， 很多的这个 signal 在这里呢，就是会看到说，在这个区间里面的压力范围都可以开始做空，对不对？做空哈。可是这个星期我们就要学会怎么看到说，当它来到这个区间的时候，它的转捩点在哪里？转换为空的那个点在哪里？为什么要看那么多这个周期？是为了要看每一个周期的精准点，我们精准的看到哪一个时候我们应该进场，它哪一个时候它是它的转换 ，OK， 哪一个时候是它开始的转换？因为你在看这个30分钟这里啊，你会看到还有人会在做多，因为在做多是不是在更高的这个高点啊，还有人更高的低点，这个比这个还高，这个比这个还高，是不是还有更高的低点？更高的低点是什么？就是更高的支撑啊，更高的支撑一直不断的产生，就是要突破那个压力。所以我们一直要不断的在看1小时啊、30分钟啊、15分钟啊，来肯定它不会突破这个压力。而那些蜡烛的实体啊，都很短，那个量很少，都没办法去突破那个压力，我们才知道说它差不多要转换了，它的回调已经要结束了，所以它开始要转换为空了啊。那么从那个开始呢，我们就开始去找我们的进场点，明白吗 ？OK， alright， so yeah， by looking at this part here， alright， over here， if we are able to identify okay the turning point, how well and how much it can benefit us. All right. Okay, I hope you can understand this turning point here. Okay, this turning point. All right. So turning point. If you understand this turning point, can you give me another number 3 again? All right. 了解我可以说的这个转捩点的话，请给我一个3号，好不好 ？Give me a number 3. All right. Give me a number 3 over here. All right. If you can understand. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so while waiting for your number 3, okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at this again. All right. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Okay, 谢谢大家. Thank you. Thank you, Roger. Okay, thank you, Roger side. Okay, yes. Okay. Right. Okay, let's move. Okay， 来，我们再来一次哈。还在这边啊，我们再一看啊。OK， 我们这里这样看的这个转捩点嘛，好 ，OK， 转捩点啊。Alright, so this part here, okay, we are talking about the normal turning point when we meet the normal resistance. Am I right? Okay. So right now I'm going to talk about this SBR turning point. Okay, SBR turning point. Okay. 没办法啊 ，OK， 要很用功啊 ，OK， 在这要很用功，做笔记哈 ，OK。All right, I will be. Okay, we have a joke here, huh? All right, okay. Okay, the next one. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, how about the turning point? The turning point when we meet the SBR, the support become resistant. Support become resistant, huh? Okay. Okay, support become resistant. Then when you are talking about support become resistant, there will be another point that I will have to highlight. But before I highlight that, okay, let us talk about the very normal one, the very norm. Okay, the support become the resistance. Okay, now let's take a look. Can you see this one? Okay, it has been falling here. The support level form up here. Okay, 好，这边往下跌，支撑位置就出现了，对不对 ？OK， 这个支撑位置就出现了嘛。Okay, so good. So now, can you see it went up and it has been supported? Buyers came in and buyers buy in. Successfully, it goes again. Correct? 好，那么这里下来往下做空的到支撑位置，买家开始进入市场，往上升了。OK， 可以啊，对不对 ？Alright， 那么往上升了。Right. So now, over here, okay, when you can see, okay, supported, and it goes. But there's a rejection here. Can you see? There's a rejection candle over here. All right, let me enlarge a bit. Okay, there's a big selling candle over here. So big selling candle, when the big selling candle happens, when it goes up and it comes down, that means to say they're about to have something happening. Am I right? Big selling. You're right. So now, let's see what's happening. Put the line over at this top here, at the peak here. Okay, this peak here. Okay, so you see. Can you see actually? Swing down a bit. Okay, can you see that this swing up? This swing from the previous over here, the support where we actually drew earlier on here, is swing up. It meets the resistance over here, correct? And it start to come down again, and you form another small wave of green, red here. So it's a support, but this support failed, and it actually breaks down and continue the selling, correct? Continue the selling. So when this support when it continue the selling and it meets the previous support over here, it's not breaking, it's tested once and it went back. So it went back and meets the previous support level, which become the resistance. Can you see? The support form up here, the bound to have people wanted to buy. Am I right? These two candles, very obvious, that's telling us that somebody is going to buy. But it breaks and they hold the trade until now. Big selling again. That means to say People are letting go. People are letting go. Okay, there are people who actually let go of the trades at this point because of the losses they incurred earlier on. Now the losses have been recouped, recouped. Okay, and now it starts selling. And now it starts selling. So can you see this is a support become the resistance? So the big selling over here. All right. Okay. Hi Phoebe. Nice to see you here. Okay. So over here, you can see over here is actually a support become a resistance. Can you see? All right. Okay. Now let's see. Let me go into the Mandarin. Okay. Let me go into the Mandarin. 在这里啊，我们这样看，这之前这个支撑这一波推上来的时候，是不是遇到这里的压力？这一排的压力，然后开始往下跌，跌的时候是不是有一小波上来，红绿绿，然后绿红红下来？这一段呢，是不是显示有人在做多，不过失败了，所以突破做多的人在做亏损，上去下来，再遇到之前的这个支撑突破不了，它就回去了。所以它回去的时候呢的这一根呢，放在这里，你这一看，最高的位置是不是遇到之前的支撑变成压力？所谓的支撑变压力，我再强调就是这个亏损的人回来了这里，他们放手了，放掉单子了 ，OK， 然后放掉单子之后呢，在这里无形中呢形成了一个压力，继续在跌，啊哈 ，OK， 所以这个是一个支撑变压力的地方。形成的转略点变成一个压力了 ，OK， 这个听得明白中文的，请打上一个5号 ，OK，Alright， so for English, right, so you can see the support over here, which become the resistance, whenever it started to go and hits and the big selling candle that comes down with a longer wick up there, upper shadow, alright, as you can see over here, it has become a support become a resistance, and the big selling started to sell because they have recouped the losses and form a new resistance right below here, right below over here, okay, and now this will form as a resistance, and this is where the turning point is. This is where the turning point becomes. So when you see this turning point, now the turning point, and this has become the turning point, and let's take a look. Green and red candle, am I right? Green and red candle form again. Now let's take a look in H1. Okay, sorry, not H1. Let's take a look at this. We are still in the downward trend. Okay, it's still in the downward trend. Okay, that's fine, that's good. Okay, so let's take a look whether will it break the support level. Okay, let's see. Now the resistance level is here. Okay, did I say support level just now? I'm sorry if I say support level. It should be resistance level, huh? So earlier on, this is what it went up, okay, to become support resistance. They let go and form the new resistance, the turning point in H4. This is the turning point. It went up, come back again to form the red candle. So the upper shadow here is actually the H1. Okay, this part of the H1, okay, this part of the H1. So when it start to have a green and red also, okay, it also has a green and red. 30 also has a green and red, maintaining and falling into the resistance area, okay. 15, green and red falling into the resistance area, and M5 the same, okay. M5 has more, right? Okay, H4, it went up, then it start to come down until this part here, which is the green red candle in H4, and it start to go below and forming a turning point. So can you see everything went below the resistance area? Okay, it went below the resistance area, and you can see this is the turning point for the SPR. Support become resistant. Okay, for English, if you understand, give me a number 5. Give me a number 5. Okay, if you can understand my English, right? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's good. Well. Okay. Let's see. Stanley, we have a question. We have a question here. Stanley. Okay, let's take a look at Stanley question. Okay, project out. Okay, GJH4 看起来和现在的 GUH4 一样。Alright, so GU and GJ, huh? Pound yen and pound dollar. Okay, almost the same. Yeah, I see. You do H4, huh? Okay, let me take a look at H4. Okay, similar, very similar. Yes, okay, that's quite similar, right? Pound dollar, pound yen, huh? Yeah, very similar. Okay, yep. Yes, okay, good. Now, okay, all right. So over here, okay, let's see what do we have over here. Now, I hope everybody can understand. Okay, and the next thing is that I'm going into the next phrase. Okay, since we already know the normal resistance, support that become the resistance. Okay, and the turning point in the normal resistance, the turning point in the support become resistant. The turning point. All right. So there's one more turning point. Okay, that we have to take note. Okay, one of the turning point we have to take note over here. All right, a lot of us actually may misunderstood. The turning point is a point whereby it will change the trend, which is not true. Okay, that is not true at all. Okay, right. So over here, let me take down. Okay, we are going to understand there's one turning point which is against the trend. Okay, the turning point is against the trend. Okay, so this is something that we need to take note. All right, this is anti-trend trading. Okay, let me show you. Okay, 在这里呢有一种呢这个转换的点呢，它是一个逆势的，所以很多人误解说转换点呢，这个转换的时候呢就会下一个500点、1000点，不是哈，不是这个意思，它也不会转那个方向，那也要看是什么情况，所以当下的情况我们还是得要很注意，要很了解才能知道。Okay, all right. So let's hop back into English here. First of all, over here, let's take a look at this part here. Okay, let's take a look at this part here. From this part here, actually, if we can see the peak of this candle, it's very obvious that we meet a support and become a resistance. It's selling off. There's a big selling off in the market because they have recouped the losses. Correct? They have recouped the losses. Okay, and from here, as you can see, once it recouped the losses here, a lot of buyers which entered here, they let go, and now they let go. Over here there's a selling over here, correct? There may be some people that actually there are some buyers, or maybe there are some traders, they actually place an order here. Once this area it hits and they start to pump in the trade to sell, is correct. There's nothing wrong because this is called a retracement trading. Okay, retracement trading. Why do I call it the retracement trading? Okay, when I shrink down to H1, okay, you can see. Can you see from this point here, I shrink down a little bit more. One part here, the lowest part here, over here, it forms a higher support, which the so-called professional term that make me sound more professional is called a higher low, correct? Layman term, higher support, supporting the price towards the resistance. So the strength of buying is there. Okay, it's a signal of strength that the buyers are still buying at a higher price to break the support, to break the resistance. Sorry. Okay, all right. Okay, let me go into Mandarin before I'm lost. OK， 很多人呢，在这个阶段里面呢，当他们看到支撑变压力的时候呢，在这里呢就会在这里进单做空，没有错。OK， 这个没有错。 不过不能带着一个心态说它这个是转换为空100点、1000点、10000点，不是哈。OK， 不能转方向的，不一定可以转方向的啊？为什么呢？因为在这里呢，第一先上去，它一上去的时候，一碰到的时候，我们第一个理解应该是之前在这里呢，在这一段这个支撑在做多的人亏损，他在这个阶段里面，反而是他们没有亏损的情况下放掉单子，他们一放掉单子以后，在这里啊，这个是一个大量的抛空，大量的抛空，因为这个阶段他们的亏损嘛。可是在这里的话呢，你这样一看，从这里看下去，这里啊看不到东西，对不对？看不到趋势哈，趋势里的细节你就要往下看，往小一个趋势看 ，OK， 往小一个周期来看，这一个放小哈，这个是不是最低？然后上来更高了，更高的支撑，更高的支撑，更高的支撑，对不对？OK， 更高的支撑，更高的支撑，再更高的支撑，每一次在形成更高更高的支撑的意思是什么？就是告诉你市场现在目前呢，在这里呢有买家不断的在更高的价位要买入，那么买家在更高的价位买入，很好笑嘛？做多的人是不是要在最低的价位做，然后上的时候赚多钱？可是市场一直显示有更高的价位，有更多的人在买进，是什么意思呢？也就是说，这个市场看好傍日，英镑会很强。对于这个日元啊，他们会继续再推高，然后一些回调，还有人在继续在更高的价位还是在买入，就是要把它推得高一点、高一点、高一点，到突破这个压力位置。每一个更高的支撑、更高的支撑的出现，就是一种很强的、很强的牛市已经在跑着。所以很强的牛市在跑着的话，也就是说现在呢这个情况哈，也就是很多人一直在市场一直不断的往上推哦，一直在往上推，你知道吗？所以一直在往上推，在这一个阶段是一个非常非常重要，也对我们来说是一个非常非常敏感的，我们一定要看得到，要很清楚看到说像这样的情况在这里，我们就要注意了。你不可以有一个想法，他要做空了，还没有哈。OK， 这个还是一个很强的哈，除非有一段它可以突破支撑，然后破坏掉这个规律，这样的话呢，才看得到市场呢有转换啊。OK， 好不好 ？Alright, so over here, as you can see, like I explained earlier on, a higher low, higher low, a higher support, higher support, higher low, higher support, higher low, higher support towards the resistance. And at this part is actually the support become resistant because of this breakout. Because of this breakdown, correct? So when this comes back, we are expecting this to be a selling off because of the losses here. So when we actually go down to the smaller time frame like H1, we can see higher support moving towards the resistance. This is a sign of strength of buying. Okay, so when it started to turn down in H4, when you see this kind of big selling candle, you're very happy. When the moment you see the next candle of a red candle coming down here, you don't sell here. You don't sell here. It's very dangerous. Okay, of course, 5 pips is okay because it's going to be very fast to grab the 5 pips and go. Am I right? But if you are going to go for a longer pips, like maybe 20, 30, I think please be careful. It's not advisable because as you go back to H1, you can still see the support, higher support, higher support, higher support, higher support. Every higher support is a sign of buying. Towards the resistance is a sign of breaking the resistance. So no, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. It's very dangerous. Unless this, can you see this pattern is moving upwards? Unless the trend change now and breaks the pattern. Where when I say breaks the pattern, it also means that it's turning down here to break the support level, to break the first support level, and it's going down to test the next support, to test the next support, to test the next support. The changing of the trend to short, it has to break the first support, and it will test the second, third, fourth, fifth downwards. Then you know it's when it breaks the pattern, and the patternized trading over here shows that the pattern has been break. No more buyers buying at a higher price, they give up. So now is the time for the seller to sell at a lower price. So then we can start selling. If you are going to sell at this point here, when you see, okay, this is a support become resistant, I'm going to pump in the trade and I'm going to sell this. Of course you can, but this is called a retracement trading. Okay, this is the kind of a turning point against the trend. So this kind of turning point against the trend, it can be dangerous when you start to pump in a trade without looking at the trend. As long as a resistance and you just pump in to sell, no, okay, it can be very dangerous. Okay, alright, okay， 所以在这里的话呢，我们这样看啊，一来到支撑变压力，你马上进场就做空的话呢，其实很危险，因为整个趋势在1小时已经告诉你它要去突破这个压力，对不对？所以呢，短暂的5个点行啦 ，OK， 但是呢，不可以指望它会下到另外一个支撑位啦，哈，很难啊 ，OK， 它没有办法，那个转换，这个转换点啊的 turning point 转换点呢，它没有办法显示出来，所以呢，你还是不可以这么做啊，明白我的意思吗 ？OK， 好不好 ？All right, so over here, the turning point against the trend. When you meet the turning point against the trend, okay, so how are we going to determine that this turning point is going to break and change the trend? Okay, how? All right, okay, so let's take a look. Okay, how it come to change the trend? Okay, like I mentioned earlier on. Okay, let's take a look. In H4, okay, when it meets this, and you see, let's say you have a green and red candle, okay, green and red candle, am I right? Okay, when it has a green and red candle and it's moving down, the turning point is there. But the first thing first you have to pay attention is that the trending. Okay, are you in the correct trend? You are in the anti-trend, so it's kind of dangerous. So what are the things that to look out for? Okay, you have to break the first support level. Okay, as you can see, support level. Okay, the support level, let me change to green. Okay, so that is much clearer. Okay, support, the next higher support, the next higher support, and now the next higher support. Correct? The next higher support here. Okay, so now this is a next higher support over here. Can you see a pin? Alright, there's a pin here. So this is a higher support level. So the area of support is right here to here, correct? So now this part, if it breaks the support, yeah, it comes down and breaks the support, okay, then I will consider the turning point has changed the trend. Turning point has gone back to the prevailing bear trend. Then I'm fine. It's good. I will be happy. I'll be more than happy to sell. Right? Okay. I'll be more than happy to sell. So that's me. Okay. All right. Okay. So by looking at this in H1 also, look at this. Can you see the support? So this now currently is trying. You see one green candle. This green candle actually trying to sell. Okay. But unfortunately, it does not break the pattern. It went back again as a pin again, correct? Now it shows a strong rejection from the market and creating a bull, a big buying candle, correct? A bull, a big buying candle. So very highly, another higher low, higher support. It shows that it's going to continue the journey to test the resistance. Understand in English? If you understand in English, now give me a number 6. I understand. Okay, alright. Let me go in the Mandarin. Okay, 那我来讲解中文啊。现在开始在讲解的就是说我们的这个转捩点啊。OK， 这个转捩点在这一段里面的话呢， 怎么样看说这个转捩点形成真的出现，它会转换那个方向，会转换整个趋势哈。OK，All right，所以这么这样看的话，4小时如果是一个绿色蜡烛变成红色蜡烛，对不对？好不好？这一段我们这一看的话，马上这一看4小时这里，其实这里的话是一个支撑，有更高支撑，再更高支撑。你这一分析的话，你就看到更高支撑、更高支撑、再更高支撑的时候呢，这个趋势是一个上升趋势。那么这个上升趋势就是要去突破一个压力嘛，是不是？它就是要突破一个压力了。所以当它要突破这个压力的时候，我们再放小回来这样看的话哈，第一要看到4小时呢形成绿红蜡烛的时候，不要太开心哦，不要认为说在这里就可以马上跌。如果你要拿5个点、10个点的话，空间30个点这些勉强算是可以啦，勉强是可以但是也不一定会走到10个点、20个点OK， 它这种因为上升趋势嘛，所以呢它往下跌很少，跌很慢，可是一升就升很多，升很快。OK， 所以呢，如果你要看它第一波，当你看到像这样的太多的这个更高的支撑的时候呢，你呢在这里一看的话我呢通常要把它看到它转换那个方向，先等它突破第一个支撑位。为什么呢？因为这个呢，这里从这里支撑上来，支撑上来，支撑上来，支撑上来，有没有看到这是一种规律？它上去回调下来，形成新的支撑，再上去，这个规律又再下来，再形成更高的价位，形成一个新的支撑，再上，就是一直往着我们的压力上。这种规律就是一种上升趋势。所以这种上升趋势我放小给你看比较清楚这里你这样看 OK， 在这一段这一看，这个支撑上来，这个支撑再更高，再更高，再更高，更高，再更的支撑位，对不对？你有看到这些更高的支撑位是往着这个压力位去嘛？所以呢，在这里一段你这一看，它其实在这个看的话这个是一个上升趋势。那么这个规律有在那边，除非第一个的转换的这个转捩点出来，在4小时有绿有红出现的话，它开始往下跌，它能突破第一个支撑的话呢，它才是开始我再回到小的一点周期看，比较容易看这里突破的话，它是不是会开始往下跌下来？要尝试突破这里的支撑，再往下跌，尝试突破这里的支撑，再往下跌，尝试突破这里的支撑，再往下跌，来到这里，尝试这里的支撑那么你就会看到这里有更高的支撑，更高的支撑，更高的低点，更高的低点。然后开始往下跌的时候呢，有更低的高点，再下来，更低的高点，再下来，更低的高点，对不对？又是另外一个规律所以你一看到这样的规律的时候，当它突破这个支撑我们就很开心的就会看到说它会有往下跌的趋势，只不过到哪个支撑它会停下来而已嘛，对不对？好不好 ？OK， 好了，中文的听得懂的话呢，请给我一个6号 ，OK，Number 6，OK， 给我一个6号，好不好？好了，那么在这里解释多了让我休息一下好不好？好，让我来喝口水OK OK， 好，所以 while waiting for me OK please watch OK Okay, right. Now, let's come back here. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay. Now, let's see. What do we have here now? Okay. Right. Okay. So far, okay, what we are looking at is now, if we are in the wrong trend, in the anti-trend, we don't short when the turning point forms. We don't sell when the turning point is forming. Okay, right now like this. Okay. like this, huh? Okay, so now if we in fact in this 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, when you do this, it's very simple. Okay, you just from the top, okay, using a crosshair, joining every top here, you can see the top here, the top here, the top here. You can see it is a downward trend. So maybe you can pull out here. Well, maybe tomorrow or the next 4 hours when it start to turn into green red, okay, probably it's still in the downward trend. Am I right? Very clear, very simple. Okay, don't confuse yourself to make yourself look like a professional. Okay, keep it simple. Alright, keep it simple. OK， 好了，这么在这里啊，简单来看啊，这个趋势哈，来辨认这个转换呢，这个转换的趋势是上升的还是下跌的。那么呢，其实用 crosshair。OK， 懂哪里按 crosshair 吗？这里哈，左上角啊，左上角那边，OK， 在那边啊，点一下，在这里啊，点一下这个啊，这里有没有看到有一个圈圈在闪着 ？OK， 这里啊，点了拉下来，该这里最高的这个点位开始放这，在其他的最高的这个更低的高点，是不是很明显是一个下跌趋势呢？是一个下跌趋势，是不是？滑到这边来，是不是一个下跌趋势？好不好？啊，如果明天也形成绿红的话，那么是一个还是在下跌趋势里面嘛？是不是 ？OK，right？ 为什么我们要辨认这个？因为我们要知道。我们能不能在转换点进场啊？在转换的时候有进场点给我们的时候，我们应该进场吗？好不好 ？Alright. Why do we need to understand? Okay. Now let's talk about this. Okay. We shall talk about this. Okay. Why do we need to understand the trend? Okay. To enter in the trend. Okay. Enter into trend. 我才发现这图形就是 head and shoulder 哈 ，head and shoulder 。Okay, we are in Asia. There's a shampoo brand called Head and Shoulder. Okay, for me. Okay, yes, you can use a lot of. You can understand that this is a Head and Shoulder, right? This Head and Shoulder over here. But over at this point of time, okay, just keep it simple. Just keep it very simple. That how the chart actually moving, how it shows. Okay, then just keep it as simple as possible. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, over here, let's take a look over here. We are going to identify. Okay, we are going to enter a trade, okay, in the correct trend when the turning point comes. Okay, turning point entry. Okay, the turning point entry. Okay, let me take note. Okay, turning point entry. How do we actually identify the turning point entry so that we are able to enter a trade at the turning point? Simple. Plot this. This is the downward trend. Okay, so whenever over here the downward trend comes in and you go down, correct? This is a downward trend. For example, if we are here, let's put it maybe here. Okay, so here, downward this way, the first one. So this may also test the resistance up here. Okay, the resistance up here. It may actually test the resistance up here. Correct. So resistance and until here. But when H4, when the H4 start to form a green and red candle over here, this part, okay, right, this part here, and we are going to see that is it a kind of a resistance? Is it a kind of a turning point? Can I enter a trade when I have a trigger point within these 4 hours? Okay, can I? Will it go down as much as possible to the support level? There's a lot of questions here, correct? Okay, alright, let me hop into the Mandarin. 从这里啊，放一个压力位。如果比如说我的价位在这里啊，在这一段里面的话呢，它回来它有可能会尝试突破这个压力位。 压力位置，对不对？好，那么在这里这样看的话，我们这一看的话呢，如果它在4小时变成绿又红的蜡烛，是不是一种转换？是一个转换的 signal，OK， 转换的 signal。我们是不是在这4小时蜡烛里面呢，其中1个小时里面会找到进场点，我们才可以进场，对不对？好不好？那么它进场的时候很多疑问，它会不会像这里啊，只下1点就回调，还是它会下到支撑位它才回调啊？这又是一点了，这个也是一个点要注意的。OK， 所以我们这样看啊，现在是一个下跌趋势，因为高点产生出这里呢这里有一个更低的高点，是不是这里已经突破了它的那个 pattern， 它的那个规律，现在在形成另外一个规律，更低的高点，可是当然我们看不到，对不对？好吧 ，OK， 那么呢，我们是否能进场？最重要就是这里一看往下这一放，它是不是开始要往下跌？好不好？开始要往下跌了，对不对？好，所以呢，在这一段我们去看一看其他的周期，是否呢这个压力产生的时候会不会保持在压力位置范围内，然后继续往下跌到我们的支撑位，好不好 ？OK， so in this trend, the downward trend we are going to enter. How are we going to determine that we are going to enter a trade at the turning point, at the point of turning, and it starts to short to the support level? How are we going to determine that? Right. So first of all, guys, remember, okay, H4 to meet the previous resistance, okay, to meet the previous resistance or the SPR when it is in the downward trend. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this. And turning into H1, okay, when the H1 is forming a new green and red candle, a green and red candle, okay, green and red candle, and it's going to be the same all the way to 30, okay, as long as we can see the green and red candle is still below the resisted area, and that will be fine. Okay, and 15 is the same as 30 as H1. Okay, and from there in M5 looking out, the same thing going to happen, the same thing is going to occur below the resisted area, below the resisted level. Yes, and there's the time you look out for your entry point. Okay, you look out for your entry point. Okay, alright, OK， 那么呢，在这一段里面哈，我们这样看的话哈，现在目前我们这样看的话呢，怎么去看？怎么笃定说这个一定是往下跌的？下跌趋势是有了嘛，对不对？下跌趋势是有了，这个下跌趋势是有。每一次4小时回调的时候，要碰到之前的一个压力，不管它是碰到一个 V 字压力或者支撑变压力，你还是得要确定说这个是一个下跌趋势。OK， 那么这个有一个下跌趋势的话呢，下跌趋势的话哈。开始在1小时里面找，说当下的情况，它是不是有绿红形成新的压力，还是保持在压力范围4小时的压力范围以内？然后30分钟也找一样的东西，然后新的绿红蜡烛还是保持在我们的压力位置以内，好不好？那么15分钟也是一样。有新的压力，绿红都保持在我们的压力范围以内。那么5分钟也是一样，保持不管它怎么飘都好啦，有新的绿红蜡烛出现的话呢，都是保持在压力范围以内啊。这样的话呢，这样的图形出现的时候呢，我就能笃定它是一个下跌的。它往下跌的时候，很大的可能性，它会跌到我的支撑位。它会跌到我的支撑位置 ，OK？ So by looking at this, when we have checked through the first thing, okay, in terms of this H4, okay, in terms of this H4, when it actually retraces upwards and meets the previous resistance without breaking, and the turning point formed where green and red forms a new resistance, it's a signal of a turning point to short, okay, to sell. So by checking the rest of the time frame on H1, M30, M15, M5, it shows all the green red candle new resistance formed below the resisted area, okay, that is a sign of turning to sell. That's a sign, a beginning, the sign, okay, the sign of the beginning to sell. And from there, you start looking out for your entry point, your trigger point, and that's where you are more or less can say that, okay, in H1, when you start selling, okay, example like this over here, okay, big buying candle, although it's a red candle, big buying, of course you can't sell, am I right? So I will wait, one, and one, green, red over here, green, red over here, and I'm going to start selling. Okay, I'm going to start selling over here. Well, let's see the prominent one of the support level, 76 pips here. 76. Okay, let's put it 70 pips. Okay, 70 pips. Okay, right, 70 pips. OK， 这个的话哈，我们再看，全部都是在我们新的绿红蜡烛从4小时啊开始转换，4小时啊，OK， 4小时开始在这个压力位置碰到了，在不突破情况下开始有绿红蜡烛嘛，转换下来了嘛，对不对？转换下来了。转换下来的时候，在每个周期的1小时啊、30分钟啊、15分钟啊、5分钟啊 ，OK， 这些呢都在压力位置底下产生出绿红蜡烛的时候 ，OK， 产生出绿红蜡烛的时候呢，大多数在这里都可以看到说它的转换能笃定让我们说它可以这一段可以下到之前的支撑位置。可是当然是需要时间了哈，所以在这一段里面可以看到他说下到这个支撑位置的时候呢，我们呢这边开始做单子，可以开始做单子，开始找进场点，那么呢你呢就可以比较稳，拿到的就比较稳一点了 ，OK， 因为毕竟它已经在压力位置里面回调下来，往下跌的时候呢产生出那个下跌趋势。那么呢，你才进单子，这样的话就比较安全一些啦。OK， 好不好？这个部分当然是需要多练习哈。其实跟你们的 H1RD 是一样道理 ，OK， 一样道理的哈。这个 H1RD 来的，其实 OK H1RD 啊。所以这个 H1RD 出现的时候呢，其实我就要你们去看4小时呢有没有遇到之前的压力啊，然后呢，在这个转换，它是不是一个转换点？因为有的时候你们会遇到 H1RD 出现。不过呢，4小时是绿色蜡烛，所以他要做过山车一轮才回来，4个小时后才 TP， 很久才 TP， 对不对？好，所以会有这样的情况发生啊。好，所以呢，如果你拿4小时有看到它的转换点的话，那转捩点出现啊 ，OK， 那样的话就更好了，好不好？明白吗 ？Alright, so in our H1RD here, this is the same thing as a H1RD. It's just that you need to make use of H4, the general strength, to tell you tentatively this H1RD is in the resisted general strength. Okay, in the general strength that is actually resisted. Okay, then for you to start selling. Okay, in H1RD, and you are trading within the trend, and you are trading not just within the trend, you are trading within the general strength, and that is where you will be able to short and sell at a peace of mind. Okay, all right. Okay, so actually in this part here, okay, we are always practicing and always looking at the best scenario that we want. Okay, for example, pound yen. I've been telling you to wait and wait and wait, and you are wondering why we had to wait and wait and wait. Since October, I've been saying wait, and until it start to break over, and we start to sell until this point we stop selling. Am I right? If you have actually watched my video, which every day in the Forex trading plan daily from GMT plus 1 o'clock to 1:30, I'm going live and tells you pound yen is my favorite until today, until the past few days. I say stop. No more pound yen. Hang on. Okay, it's still in the bear, but it's in the retracement. Correct? OK， 那么你们在这个看着我的这个 YouTube channel 的时候啊，我有一个 我有一个时段，就是下午1点到1点半之间，我都会上线跟大家分析嘛。之前呢，我都会跟你们分析说，等棒日，等棒日，等棒日，等到棒日出现的时候，我说 OK， 开始做空了，可以空了，空了，空了，空了，我的最爱。结果前几天我就开始不讲棒日了，为什么？因为棒日开始回调啊，它开始回调的时候呢，其实在这里啊，它回调到这里，这里的支撑变压力嘛，所以我是在等哦，我现在在等它回调，然后呢，等它回来，然后我才开始做。OK， 等它回来先，可是现在还没有回来啦。OK， 所以暂时先等，还是在熊市，不过现在是在做回调。OK，so previously I was saying that pound is my favorite, but why do I stop? I'm waiting for this point, okay, where the support become the resistance and the big selling off the buying trade, the big selling off of the buying trades, and start to form a new selling resistance. Okay, to continue to form the pattern, to form the trend, a downward trend, then I will start selling back my pound yen. Why? Is because there's somewhere somehow it has to stop the buying. Am I right? It has to stop the buying. So because it's still in the downward trend. If you look at day one, it is still in the downward trend. It's very obvious. It's still it's over here. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we have to hang on with this. It's still in the bear, but it's a reverse. It's a retracement. So since it's a retracement without changing the trend yet, okay, this and in terms of this wave, so I have to wait for a good chance. I have to be patient to wait for a chance that the bear is coming back. All right. Okay. So when the bear is coming back, then we start trading again. All right. Yeah, you're right. Boniface, no tension, peace of mind. Exactly. So be patient for pound yen. When it hits on the resistance, then comes back to break the pattern and go back to the prevailing bear trend. Then we start to sell. Okay, then we start to sell. All right. Okay. So yeah. And over here, when we talk about this part here, can you see it's like I say, anti-trend trading because of the wave. I'm selling because this is still in the bear. This is a retracement in the bear. So retracement in the bear, it can comes back. It can comes back someday, somehow. But when is the someday? When is the somehow? Correct? I do not know. So for me, I will choose to stay away before it hits on my pot. My pot, there's a limit to it. But for the chart, it has no limit to the sky, correct? So I will not take that into my consideration. Okay, alright. 那么在这里啊，我们这样看的话，我会等待。为什么我要等？既然是熊市，我可以直接做空就好了嘛，对不对？我不会。OK， 因为呢，熊市里面这个算是回调，可是回调是无止境的哦。OK， 它可以回调到趋势就转变。所以当它回调的时候，我就不会做单子。我通常一般我都会避开我会回避一下。等它呢，在一个阶段里面碰到压力够强的时候，回到熊市里的时候，顺着势的时候，我才开始在做单子所以你看，这个是要有一点点的这个耐心不要因为它是熊市，一看到 resistance 就开始就进场，不是这样的不可以。我们做交易员不可以这样，我们一定要有那个规则。那个规则呢，有在我们在这里的话，我们就一定要跟着那个规则走，不要去破坏那个规则来尝试。OK， no trying, no agar, correct? Okay, there's no trying. Okay, there's no testing. Okay, it is a live market. It's talking about dollar and cents. So yeah, so this is important, Alright. So over here, okay. So we are also we need to know all this. Okay, we need to know all this is because it helps a lot in our trading, especially when we are able to tell the situation. Why at the point of time we can sell, why sometimes when we sell it doesn't work, and sometimes it sell it works so well. Okay, so these are the points that we have to take note, we have to pay attention to. Alright, okay. 好了，那么 so I guess today is just nice. Okay, all my topics here. Okay, I want to share. with you. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me? Okay, in terms of this H4 turning point. This is today we are talking about the H4 turning point, meeting up with situation of a normal resistance and a normal resistance and a support become resistant. All right. Okay, that's what a lot of people don't tell you, whereby okay, sell at the resistance area, okay, because of the big selling candle. Okay, but sometimes you hit the SL, then you realize, hey, how come the person who tell you this but it doesn't enter? Okay, they never enter. It's because it's as a anti-trend trading, is a retracement. So that's the point. Okay. Well, you cannot blame anybody, but we have to learn. We have to learn how to do it so that we can analyze it. Okay, the turning point trading, no. Retracement trading, no, because it's too dangerous. Anti-trend. We have to look out for, always build up a habit to trade according to the trend. So it will help you greatly. Okay, all right. 好，那么有没有什么问题想要问我呢？ Do you have any questions that you want to share with me, or we want to look at the last part? We're going to look at other charts. Okay, we're going to look at other charts so that we can understand. Okay, what we are talking about. We can have a look at something else. Okay, right. Example, pound dollar. While waiting for your questions, let me look at a pound dollar. Okay, pound dollar. Right, pound dollar. Okay, you explained very well. We can just absorb it. Let's not waste the time. Okay, good. Okay, let's not waste the time. If you cannot understand, review back my video in the playlist. Okay, alright. 不明白的话再看回去我这个 playlist OK 在我的 YouTube 里面，然后呢可以留下你的 comment， 我会在最短的时间里面尽快就回复你OK alright OK so pound dollar OK very straightforward pound dollar OK pound dollar we are looking at H4 the turning point. Where's the turning point here? Okay, turning point here, support, higher support, tested, not breaking, support. So buy or sell. 支撑再更高支撑，突破不了支撑，再有支撑是做多还是做空？有没有人可以回复我 ？Alright. Okay, Boniface was saying that I'm noticing the market has become a bit slower. Is it because of December holidays? Okay, market has become slower. Yes, indeed. Okay, market really becomes slower because we have just entered into the winter. Can you adjust yourself over there right now? Do you know it's actually now is the transition. Okay, the December holiday actually it will slow down, but it has not started yet. Okay, it's just the beginning of the winter. Okay, a lot of us have not actually get used to the adjustment of the hours. You know, when I wake up, I'm like, I still have 1 more hour. Okay, let me tuck myself again into another 30 minutes. So the whole thing will start to change the mood and change the market sentiment. Definitely it will change. So tentatively, it's a bit slower. Okay, every year and the changes here, it will become slower. Okay, indeed. Okay, when the winter time comes. Okay. But I think probably the adjustment may come next week or so. Okay, it's about 2 weeks already. So next week or so, it should back to normal. Okay, but this normality, okay, the normality is actually not going to last very long because of December is coming again. Okay, so December is going to be slower. Okay, definitely it will be. However, let's take a look this COVID situation. The COVID situation has opened up very much unlike last year. Okay, so probably the market will still be active, will be much more active than the previous year. Okay, so I guess we will still stuck with a lot of trading during the December holidays, and of course the big boys are not trading. Okay, so slowing down, it may not I'm not sure yet. Unlike last year was still very active, okay, because of COVID. Okay, so I think this year it will be slightly slower than last year. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's my that's my thoughts. So I'm not sure whether it actually happens. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's look at this H4, the turning point over here. The turning point. Okay. The turning point here, where you see we meet a resistance over here now in pound dollar. So pound dollar actually is moving up. Can you see the resistance level in H4 over here? Okay, as you can see. All right. So let's take a look. The support has become the resistance over here, breaks through the first round, the big selling off comes back, and now it forms a resistance. So this way now the last 4 hours tested, has been pushed back, tested and pushed back, correct? Okay, but however, by looking at this, it is still forming like a bull. Am I right? It's still forming like a bull. Okay, so be careful. This may be anti-trend trading. It's the beginning. It's not so clear yet. Okay, it's still not so clear. But looking at day one, support already formed. For the past few days, it has been going on the bull run. So H4 over here, support, higher support, higher support. Okay, all right. So make a guess here. 5 pips. Can you make a 5 pips? Yes, I'm sure you can make a 5 pips. Okay, but not more than that. Because tentatively, I think 5 pips is still okay. But you are expecting it to go down and meet the support level. I will have no confidence. Okay, I have no confidence to say that. All right. Okay, let me go into the Mandarin. 看一下棒美啊，棒美呢，以日图来看的话，支撑已经有了嘛，红绿绿绿绿上来已经是牛市了。在这个牛市里面，又有支撑，更高的支撑，尝试突破支撑又突破不了，还有更高的支撑。可是在这里呢，是支撑变压力的一个支撑变压力一个情况，一个压力形成往下跌下，对不对？这个跌下对吗？这个跌下的时候呢，在这里支撑变压力被支撑跌下来的时候，这个就形成了一个压力，无形中形成了一个压力。上个4小时尝试一次突破不了，回来，对不对？又有一个支撑了，又在尝试突破。那么你看小一点的周期的话，是不是一直有更高的支撑、更高的支撑、更高的支撑，对不对 ？OK， 那么就看它能不能突破这个是一个现象，它会它是有更高的支撑、更高的支撑走向那个压力位置，来尝试突破这个压力。这样的话呢，是不是很强？做多很强嘛？所以如果要在这个时候往下做空的话呢 ，OK 啦，可能等一下4小时开蜡烛的时候呢，下个4小时开蜡烛的时候OK， 它呢有红蜡烛下来的时候呢，这个只是一个回调而已。这个就是我所讲的这种 OK， 这种只不过是一个 retracement，OK，retracement trading，retracement turning point， 所以呢也不一定那么不能说它就会下到支撑位也不能说它会下到这个支撑位，这个我就很难跟你讲，好不好？因为它现在在这里开始要往上升，要上不上要下不下啦那种情况，所以我这个阶段就是不上不下的阶段，所以我很难告诉你，对不对？所以呢，到时你就去看其他周期，1小时、30分钟，这些有没有全部都保持在我们的压力位置底下。然后呢，进场5个点、10个点应该还 OK， 就看你的支撑位置在哪里，好不好？那样的话还 OK， 好不好 ？So then over here, if you are looking at this pound dollar, in terms of pound dollar, we are looking at this point, as you can see in H1, we're going to apply what we learned today. Support, correct? Higher support. And you see, and you stop breaking this support and it's still pushing up. Higher support towards the resistance. and it's towards the resistance. What does it mean? Buyers are buying at a higher price is a sign of strength. So breaking of the resistance is very highly possible. Okay, so over here, if H4 open at the resistance without breaking, and it start to bring down the red candle, check H1 if there's a red candle as well below the resistance area. Same goes to 30, 15, and 5. Okay, look out for your entry point. Enter for a short-term gain for 5 to 10 pips. Okay, a scalping strategy is applicable over here. It's okay. It's okay, alright? It's fine to do that. But if you ask me, if you can short all the way down to the support level about 50 pips, no, I have no call. Okay, I have no call for that. So definitely no. Okay, because you can see higher support towards the resistance. So to me, this is not very promising. I wouldn't say it's promising to short right down to the support level to gain many pips along the way. All right, because it's empty trend. Unless it is in the trend, fine. I would say good to go. Okay, all right. Okay. Yes. Okay, Roger was asking over here, tentatively like now, in H1, with this big selling candle comparing to H4, okay, is it still a sign of selling down? This is a sign of selling down. Okay, in fact, this is a kind of good trigger that we'll be looking at. That will be a trigger point coming very soon. Excuse me. There'll be a trigger point. Okay, there'll be a trigger point coming very soon. 这里要有一个进场点啊，在压力下面，有没有看到 ？Okay, pound dollar. Okay, if you are grabbing for 10 pips, I think tentatively we are still running very healthily. Okay, still running very good to go for a sell. Okay, tentatively. Okay, still good to sell. All right. So tentatively, if you ask me, I will have to wait for another 5 minutes. Okay, to confirm. All right, because right now it is a big selling. It is a rejections from the market. It's a sign of rejections. Okay, it's a sign of rejections. However, okay, in H4, if you still see this red, green, okay, it's still a sign of support. We want to sell at the sign of resistance, And now today we are talking about a sign of resistance turning point, which is the beginning part of the resistance going to come. Okay, so tentatively right now, if you're asking me to enter a trade right now, I would say a no. Because it is still not obvious enough for me to gauge that this trigger is going to sell. Okay, it's coming soon, but it's not there yet. Okay, it's not there yet. Why? H4 green candle, okay, very obvious. Yeah, it hits on the resistance, it's not breaking, but the next candle it may break. Correct? We do not know. So let's wait for a little while more before we actually jump into the market. Okay, so yeah. OK 好，我们这里这样看啊，这里有一个朋友就这样问啊，现在呢这样看1小时是空头强势嘛？这个空头强势就是市场有一个反击，现在在这里的话有要进场点要来了，可不可以进场？其实是不可以的哈。OK， 因为你整体这样看4小时的话呢，4小时是一个红绿的蜡烛，是一个支撑上来。我们要进场的那个阶段时候呢，其实是要做到是绿红的转换。变成红绿红，这个是最好啦，对不对？不过今天我们在说的就是要有一个绿红在压力位置出现啊，压力位置底下的出现转换，那个转换啊要在压力位置底下出现，然后呢其他周期都符合，都有绿红在压力位置底下的时候呢 ，OK， 我们才开始做空。 才找进场点来做空，这样会比较好一些些哈。OK， 好不好 ？Yes， OK，That's right OK， 大家在哪里？马来西亚的朋友有没有任何的这个问题要问我吗 ？OK， 有没有问题要问我啊？I think it's quite easy to identify. Okay, I think it's really very easy to identify. Uh-huh. Okay, gold trading. Okay, gold trading, probably another gold trading. Yeah, as you can see, this mark here. Okay, there's a support become a resistance. Of course, you can sell according to the anti-trend. Okay, but if you ask me, I won't go for it because what's the reason is because over here is like the trend is actually upwards trend. I will not sell at this point. Okay, yeah. If you can sell, but this is a retracement. It's a retracement trading. Okay, it's a retracement trading. All right. Yeah. So this is a kind of a retracement trading. You have to take note. I'll just take note about that. It's kind of a risky. But however, let's take a look. This part is risky. Okay. Now it's retesting the resistance. But if it's retesting the resistance and it's not breaking, the same thing happens again. Come back to break the support over here. This area of support. Okay. When it hits and it's not breaking the resistance, it comes back. Okay, you can grab some and it breaks the support here. Okay, then it will go all the way. Yeah. All right. Okay, so yeah, they will have a change of trend here, but not now yet. Okay, looking at it, yeah, not now. Still have we still have some space to go. Anyway, for this, normally I would not apply this in gold trading because um, the trading risk is too high for me to stomach. So usually I will avoid that. Okay, yeah, yes. Okay, let's take a look. Euro yen, euro yen. Okay, let's take a look. Euro yen. Okay, euro yen. Okay. Uh, this is what you have talked about early in the morning to break the support. Okay. Okay, this early this morning in my forex trading plan session, I analyzed the euro yen to break the support level here. So when you break the support level here, I want it to retrace upwards. Another small resistance form over below the support level, so that it will become a support, become resistance. And when the selling off, then we enter a trade. Okay, when the selling off, when the buyers sell off their trades, then we enter to grab their tickets. So that's why that's what I'm waiting for. Right now it's not a chance. Right now it's not a time for me to enter a trade yet. No, it's not yet. Okay, all right. Okay, okay. Let's look at pound yen. Let's look at pound yen. Pound yen. Okay, since pound yen H4 has opened. Okay, and let's take a look. H4 open. Okay, H1, H4, H4. Can you see something like now it's still an upward trend? Okay, so there may be a chance that the candle may turn red and go green, red. Am I right? Below the resistance level, it may be. Alright. 好，这里呢4小时我们这样看的话，棒日有可能会在这个几分钟后或者1小时后会绿红蜡烛变成下来，对不对？Okay, so green candle may become red candle, start to retrace downwards. It may, okay, it may, but can you see this part here? Like I say, is actually hitting on the resistance, the support become resistant and being rejected, forming the new resistance over here. So I will want to wait for this to test the resistance area, which is here. Okay, over here. Let me change. Okay, let me change this. Okay, over here, right? So this is the resistor area. Okay, this is the resistor area. So if a new resistance formed in the area and it's not breaking out and it come back to break down, the selling a new resistance coming down to become a green and red, okay, and H4 also become green and red, okay, then our chance is coming. Okay, so let's take a look like example. Okay, here we hit on the resistance area, correct? M5, it start to swing down. Now can you see it's still trying to beat, it's trying to break the resistance area. M15 is still building up a higher support, still going, so that means it's still going up, it's still going up. Well, okay, M30 is still going up, it is still going up, so let's wait. H1, let's wait. Okay, let's wait until it goes into this area of resistance. Then when the new resistance forming coming down, okay, then that is the chance. But remember, you can only grab small profits because it's in the transition, because it has not break the first support of the trending market, the buying trending market here. The pattern is still there. You have not break the pattern yet. Okay, so once it breaks the pattern, then you can go for more. You get what I mean now? Okay, do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? OK， 讲华语了哈。这个棒日的话呢，现在这样整体看的话，5分钟 ，OK， 我们现在4小时这样看啊。这里呢4小时，这里这样看1小时这段啊，是不是这个被反击回来？这里这个位置啊，是一个压力的范围。那么我们再一看啊，5分钟已经尝试一次，可是还是在上啊，有更高的支撑。15分钟也是更高支撑，更高支撑，对不对？30分钟也是更高支撑，更高支撑，对不对？所以这样的话呢，这个1小时啊，有很大的可能性，它要一直上去到这个压力的范围，形成新的压力下来，才可以做单子啊。这一仗的话，它转换的时候啊，这4小时也会跟着在这里呢，可能变成红蜡烛的时候 ，OK， 那个转换的话才有的做了，明白我的意思吗？OK， 这毕竟这里有尝试过了哈，这个是不是尝试到这边的压力位 ？OK，Yeah，look at this now。OK， 看看啊，现在啊 ，now，let's look at this。OK，we are very near turning point，turning point， 转换，现在转换了，开始在转换了啊。This is a turning point。H1 green red resistance below the resistance area。OK，30。Green, red, resistance below the resistance area. Same in 15, same for M5. M1, let's see. Okay. In terms of our system here, same thing, right? Same thing, and same thing. The strength is moving. Okay, correct? Same thing. All right. So pay attention to this power dollar. It can help you. This is the very close one. Very near that if you pay attention to this, you may learn something out of it. Okay, alright， 啊，这个差不多了哈，差不多了，可以在这个的走势里面可以学习到哈，今天晚上 ，OK， alright， okay, so now let's take a look at what do we have here. Okay, do we have any more? I'm going for my tea break. Okay, okay, guys, thank you so much tonight. I hope this session helps you, okay, and I hope this session also give you some clue on how do you manage your H4 when the secrets that the market don't tells you, okay, when they tell you sell at this point, sell at this price, but where to enter, where is the turning point, I'm not sure whether do you know. All right, stay subscribed to my YouTube channel, and people who are new, click on the subscribe button and the like button, of course. Lastly, the ring out the bell. Okay, right. So again, I would like to invite you to my the other session when I go live. Okay, when I'm going live in another session, the other session will be actually in the GMT +8. 13 hours to 13:30, and that during that period of time, I'll be going live in to share with you how I actually filter out the trades, okay, and which are the points that I'm going to take into consideration before I actually start trading on them. Okay, all right. Yes, do you have any others? Okay, that's all for tonight. Okay, I hope you learned something out there. Okay, so I hope to see you on my YouTube channel again. So remember to stay subscribed and subscribe to my new channel. Okay, for new subscribers, subscribe to my channel so that you can get something out from here. See you tomorrow again, guys. This is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. See you. Good night.